The stock market is now all about tech. 10 companies are more than 50% of the S&P 500. Is that great or is it terrifying? Microsoft, it's bigger than the UK economy. Just think about it, 4 trillion for one company. So when we look at the stock market, we see that we've seen Nvidia, you've seen Apple and Microsoft completely dominate the stock market this year. The cash that they've got is completely ridiculous. Apple alone has got 40 billion in cash. Nvidia, nearly 50 billion in cash. Just imagine these companies, they're worth trillions and they're making more and more money. Is it a tech bubble? Are they just controlling? Think about it. Apple, you may have an Apple phone. You may indeed use Apple or just constantly in your everyday life. Or perhaps it's Microsoft that runs your systems, your company systems. And of course, many companies work completely on Microsoft. And then we look at Nvidia. Nvidia is the infrastructure. It's the powerhouse. It's 80% of the chips that are making up AI. And these companies are making profits. Is it a bubble, just like we saw the internet bubble? And people say, well, yeah, those days, those companies were making profit. That's absolutely true. And of course, at that stage, those companies, they were predicted to do well. And Facebook, Amazon, those companies came out of the internet era. Right now we're seeing an AI era. And that means the companies that are in the tech sector are more and more dominant. The cash that they have is completely crazy, but they're just generating more and more money. And as they generate more money, of course, unless there's a complete collapse, it's likely that they're going to continue to dominate. Of course, markets tend to fluctuate. And when you see a company like Microsoft, it deserves to be in the position it's in. They produce fantastic products, fantastic systems. And of course, they've locked companies in. It's the company checkbook. And companies are built, and it's very difficult to move away from companies like that. So when we look at the stock market, we see these companies, and should there be a wobble just from a few companies, that would wobble the stock market. So when you look at the future, you can say, wow, one of those companies has issues. It's gonna change the stock market. So when you're investing, don't just buy an index. Actually make sure that you've got proper diversification. I'm not saying tech's not the future, because I absolutely believe it is. But if all your money is locked up in tech and something happens to change the direction for even a short period of time, these companies are on very, very high valuations. In other words, better to diversify. Do you think it's a bubble? Leave a comment below. Or do you just think we're in a tech world and these companies, they're just going to continue to soar and dominate our lives? Leave a comment. It's a crazy world, amazing facts. But those companies are just worth trillions and they've got billions in their bank account to back it up.